I mean, speaking of UK, not even UK, but speaking of people from out that way breaking shit.
What are we talking about?
Conor McGregor?
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Speaking of people kicking the wrong way.
Yeah.
Bro, undefeated. The undefeated UFC champion is leg breaks.
Yeah, I mean, crazy end to that fight. It was really like disappointing as a viewer, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. He's injured, all the best, speedy recovery, everything like that. I'm saying as a person who spent 60, 70 bucks on the fight,
yeah,
whatever, and you're sitting there and it's like all this pent up energy and the first round's going on, we're all sitting there like on the edge of our seats. I'm sitting there with like 8 people. We're all like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then, no.
Yep. So,
wow.
So the last I had seen was he threw a front kick and Dustin's elbow like comes down. So yeah, so it wraps.
Joe posted, I think.
Yeah, good old Joe.
There's another video of him kicking the back of Dustin's leg and thigh, and then you kind of see his ankle kind of take like a weird angle.
Sure.
But it has to be that elbow.
Maybe. I mean, it's because he broke the lower half of his tibia. It wasn't even the ankle.
Really?
Yeah, it was the lower half of his leg.
Oh, so that's got to be a super long recovery.
Maybe. You know, Chris Weidman was back up within like a couple weeks.
Was he?
No, not a couple weeks. It was like a month or something.
Wow.
So, you know what's wild about that whole situation? There was like this, I don't know, I guess special moment because Weidman, he actually, I think Anderson called him like right away after he broke his leg. He's like, look, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be back up and walking in 3 weeks. Just trust me. And so Weidman has a podcast now, and he had this little moment with Anderson where he's just like, dude, it's been on my mind for years that like I celebrated after you broke your leg. And he's like, I just need to like publicly say I'm sorry. And it was kind of crazy because Anderson just cuts him off. He's like, dude, don't say sorry. He's like, this is fighting.
Yeah.
You don't even think about this shit when it happens. You could tell Weidman was like really broken up about it. He's like, no, I have to say sorry. He's like, I'm sorry. Chris is like, or Anderson is kind of like, yeah, whatever. But there will be no apologies in this scenario.
Yeah.
Because Conor, he looks sad, bro.
Conor?
Yeah.
He just looks frustrated. He looks like we looked. That's how I looked after.
Yeah.
I'm sitting against the wall. God, why did I pay $70 for this shit again? Again. It keeps happening. I pay for these fights.
And that's your
nothing happens.
And that's your friend that you invite to watch MMA for the third time.
They're like, what happened?
So what was going through your mind when the pay-per-view was totally wasted? There was no check. Fucking
yeah. And I wasn't even tapped in on like I guess
kill you, and you know your wife's in my DMs.
Yes, I watched the presser on YouTube like the day before, and then realized, oh, like there's some serious animosity here from Conor. He was basically like, I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna die in the ring. You're gonna go out on a stretcher. That's what he said.
Well,
and then Conor exits the ring on a stretcher.
That was the first thing everybody said. They were like, Mystic Mac, he predicted one thing, right?
Yeah.
Someone was left on a stretcher.
It just sucks. It was a really good fight up until there, too.
He was going to lose.
You think so?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So that's kind of a blessing then?
Yeah. He was getting pieced up on the ground.
Is there going to be a rematch, you think?
No,
he was.
Bro.
He was taking those elbows to the nose.
He was getting beat up.
Oh, my God. That looked... What?
Elena is a big fan of savagery. Now her thing is like, he was all right. She was like, he was winning. She's like, you could have did okay.
I mean, he almost got him in like a choke.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dustin even said like there was a moment where he thought he might have played himself because the choke was pretty tight. So that part, you know, it's not like Conor wasn't all there, but once the elbow started coming down, he just looked sort of like, you know, I don't know. I could have seen it going back to that place. And imagine his leg didn't fully break, but it wasn't fully right either.
Yeah.
The same thing would have happened. His mobility would have been killed and blah, 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 blah. I just think he looks sad because like his leg's busted. He's like sitting there talking like a super villain. Your wife's in my DMs. Yeah, baby. Come see me at the after party. You lost, man.
You lost.
You lost.
You lost. That they had it scored 10-8.
And then Dustin thanks that kid with leukemia in the crowd. It's just like, man. No, that was a good thing for Dustin to do. I'm saying sad for Conor.
Yeah,
like Dustin's clearly like a man.
Yeah, and I don't know. He just, I think that's a wrap.
Your wife is in my DMs. Your wife. I love Liberty's eyes.
Okay. Yeah, bro. I think it's a wrap for Conor.
Yeah, it's sad. I want to see I want to see a rematch. I would watch the shit out of that. I'll do it. I'll buy it again. Fuck it.
I just feel like his body is not in it anymore. Fighting to me feels like this thing where it's so kind of unnatural, right? Like to be always ready for combat. Like I feel like you put your body in a particular state where it's like ready to do those things.
Yeah.
And this is some superstition shit, but I feel when you're in that mode, like when you eat, like how your body absorbs the nutrients and where it puts that stuff, I feel like it's just doing different things because it's sort of trained to like at any moment you're gonna like scrap. Mm-hmm. And I feel with Conor for the last few years, he's only ever done fight camps for the purpose of like getting a bag, but outside of that, he's got like the yacht and the this and then that. So he's just like living his life.
Yeah.
So I feel at these like intermediate fight camps where for 6 months he's smoking cigars and doing coke and then, oh yeah, I'm going to train for this fight versus like what Dustin said. He's like, I do this shit every day. It's like, yeah, Dustin does that every day.
Yeah.
There's just no way that you can compete with that.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's put enough miles on him that, I don't know, I just can't see it.
Yeah.
I cannot see it.
Yeah.
So we'll see, maybe he'll come back, prove me wrong. A lot of people are like,
I'll pay for that shit again just to watch him break his toe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Stop. Doctor stoppage. He looks at the toe. Oh, yeah, this is wiggling a little weird. Now we're going to stop the fight. No.
Yeah.
What? No.
What's funny about that is that sort of happened to John Jones.
Wet Willie? Oh, gross. Doctor stoppage.
Yeah.
Doctor stoppage. Wait, what? No, he just Wet Willied him. We got to stop the fight. Sorry. No.
No, dude, it's going to be it's
crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
It's going to be like an eyelash thing.
Exactly. Ow, 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 ow. Scratch my cornea. I scratched my cornea. Doctor stoppage.
It's such a kick to the nut. Old school MMA or like 5-6 years ago, you could call some people up and be like, yo, man, I'm watching the UFC card tonight. And people will go, I've never really watched that. You're like, bro, come over. And every fight, it's going to be blood. It's going to be savagery for hours. You're like, yeah. Now you can't even confidently invite people over.
Yeah.
Because it's, scratch cornea, someone breaks a tooth, like just like obscure shit. Someone has a headache. They have to stop fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, well, because he might have a coma, early onset coma from getting hit in the head so much. It's like, I thought this shit was like.
That's what you signed up for. Isn't that part of it? That's what I was going to say is that like, it's unreal. Every week, UFC gets bigger and more star-studded and more on everybody's story. It's crazy. I mean, I'm a testament to that. I wasn't really that into it.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about it more and more, and I started just watching every single fight. I feel like that's the same with everyone. This is going to be the biggest sport in the fucking world in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Everyone gives a shit about this now.
It's kind of wild because I felt that UFC viewership was going down. And now, I think they've done a good job of getting it, popular again, probably because they got Nelk in the front row. They got all those kids find the fight.
I can't believe they just posted that video today of Addison Rae saying hi to Trump. Because I guess there was some stuff about her when her voter registration came out or something like that, and she was registered as a Republican. I guess people gave her a lot of heat for that.
Got it.
And then I guess she said, no, I'm a Democrat or something. I don't know the full story, so don't quote me on this at all.
Sure.
I just literally read a tweet like briefly right before we started this. And then Nelk just shamelessly posted that video of her saying hi to Trump. And she's like, hi, I had to say hi. My name is Addison.
Just airing it out.
Yeah.
Just airing out, just stirring the pot.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
The best part is this whole tweet where she goes, I studied broadcast journalism for 3 months to prepare for this moment. And her follow-up tweet is golden.
What does it say?
Never mind, y'all got me fired.
Oh.
Night night.
Is that real? Did she really get a job for the? Which they?
No, she probably was just like just like a guest.
See, the way I read that
Host.
is she passed that like whatever it's called. What is it called? Step and repeat.
Stepping stone.
She passed the step and repeat and was like, "Oh, this would be a funny photo." And grabbed the mic. Hey, can I have the mic for a second? And she took the photo, and then that was a joke, as in like I went to broadcast school for 3 months just so I could take this picture.
Sure.
That's how I read it.
Yeah.
But I guess people thought it was real, and they were like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe it was real. She got fired.
Yeah. Maybe she was just gonna. They're like fighters walking in. It's like, are you excited for the fight tonight? Whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Mr. Trump, can I?
I just had to say hi. I just have to say hi.
It's pretty funny.
But yeah, she got canned. So overall, I mean, there was other great moments on the card. Tai Tuivasa knocking out Greg Hardy. That was crazy.
Oh, wasn't
The two heavyweights going at it.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
He gets like wobbled and then he hits him with that left.
That guy was a football player.
Greg Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some controversies. That man.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, like some domestic violence situation.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was really controversial when he got signed because it was like shortly after that. And I've watched a lot of people go at Greg Hardy and like no one's ever really brought it to him like that. And then seeing Greg Hardy go down like that, just that man Bam Bam has got a rocket launcher in his left hand.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
Dang.
Because
And the Sugar Show or whatever.
oh yeah,
He fought too, right?
yep, Sean O'Malley.
Isn't he kind of like bigger than that, fighting so early on in the card?
He's a good draw, but I think it was his opponent had dropped out, so I don't know. Maybe he was still scheduled for that time. But it happens, Some big fighters they just fight a little bit earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, he punched the shit out that dude's head.
Yeah, I know. I saw some clips. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That dude, shout out Martino, man.
The ref
Warrior.
eventually was like, this guy's got a headache. We got to end the fucking thing. But I understood in that moment. I was like, Jesus.
When people were like, "Oh," Joe was like, "You gotta let him finish." I'm like, I don't know, man. 250
at
punches.
the expense of the later half of his life.
Yeah.
At the expense of him, being sane when he turns 40, we should probably.
After he took like a 1-2 lean back 5 uppercut that was so clean. That uppercut was brutal. It just his hands came up, and he's and then Herbstein stops and he's like, "What the fuck? I was fine. It's like, you're not fine.
What the fuck? I have a fast pass. Dog, what? You're not at Disney World right now.
What the fuck, man?
I wanted a turkey leg, dude.
What the fuck is your problem? I ordered beans.
They're like,
I wanted guac with those chips.
let me speak to your manager right now.
I don't know if you know this, man, but you're in a fight. Yeah, so that guy's tough as shit, though.
Yeah,
you gotta give it to him. Man, I hope his nose is okay. In the spirit of competition, I just have to say, drum roll, please. Your boy grew some pubic hair.
Nice, dude.
Thank you.
That actually brings us to the sponsor of today's
episode,
the Lawnmower 4.0 by the Manscaped.
Nah.
Manscapade.
Manscapades.
Manscapade. Oh man.
That's gonna be actually what we rebrand the podcast as.
Manscapades.
It's the Manscapade, guys.
Yeah. That's like when you go out, night out with your boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's some manscapades.
Yeah.
When you get some shots with your boys.
Hello,
cheering, chanting. That's a big manscapade for sure.
Mm-hmm. Matching T-shirts.
Matching button downs.
That's Manscapade activity.
Yeah. Bachelor parties.
Mm-hmm.
Slamming beers. Manscapades. What else? Bowling.
Yeah, bowling. Bowling. I love a good Manscapade night.
Playing pinball.
Bowling center. Playing pinball.
Yeah, that's a Manscapade.